Let me tell you, the whole Diana thing, it's still a powder keg, even now. You'd think after all these years, everyone would have moved on, right? But the memory of the Princess of Wales, the people's princess, still casts a long shadow over the House of Windsor. And Camilla? Well, she's been living in that shadow since day one. Imagine being Camilla. You finally get the guy, the prince you've loved for decades. You become queen consort, you've scaled the highest mountain, achieved the ultimate goal. Except, everyone still remembers Diana. Every time you step out, every headline, every anniversary, Diana's there, a ghost at the feast. It must drive you absolutely mad. And that's where our story really kicks off. It all started, as these things often do, with a room. A forgotten room tucked away in the east wing of Windsor Castle. This wasn't just any room, it was Diana's room, preserved exactly as it was by order of Queen Elizabeth II herself, full of dresses, jewelry, diaries, a shrine to the late princess. Can you imagine Camilla's face when she stumbles upon this thing? I mean, the woman probably saw red. Now, according to palace insiders, and you know how reliable they can be, Camilla has always been a bit insecure about William's opinion of her. Christopher Anderson, the royal biographer, claims she's always been a little afraid of him. And that makes sense, doesn't it? William was incredibly close to his mother. To him, Camilla will always be the other woman. He might tolerate her, he might be polite, but underneath it all, there's bound to be a level of resentment. So Camilla finds this room, this testament to Diana's enduring legacy, and she snaps. She decides it has to go. She gathers a loyal team, sworn to secrecy, and under the cover of darkness, they start dismantling everything. The plan? Burn it all. Erase Diana's presence from Windsor Castle forever. But here's where things get interesting. Remember Eleanor, Diana's former housekeeper? She's still around, working part-time at the palace. And she sees everything, and she's not about to let Camilla get away with this. With the cunning of someone who knows the palace's secrets like the back of her hand, she manages to get a message and a photo to Prince William, the photo of the decree, the one that says Diana's things are to be preserved. Boom! That's the spark. William's fury ignites. He's been betrayed. His mother's memory is under attack, and he's not going to stand for it. The stage is set. Camilla, fueled by jealousy and a desperate need to control her narrative, is determined to erase Diana from history. William, driven by loyalty and a fierce protectiveness of his mother's legacy, is ready to fight back. And in the shadows, the old palace servants, the ones who remember Diana fondly, are choosing sides. This isn't just a power struggle, it's a battle for the soul of the monarchy, and it's about to get very, very messy. The rain, of all things, throws a wrench into Camilla's plans. I mean, you can imagine the scene, right? A raging fire, Diana's belongings going up in smoke, Camilla standing there, a queen triumphant. Except the heavens decide to open up, torrential downpour, the fire sputters and dies, chaos ensues, and in that chaos, a single diary slips from a worker's grasp, tumbling into the mud. Emerald green leather, now soaked through. Camilla, in a moment of pure, unadulterated impulse, snatches it up. An opportunity, she thinks. A chance to see what Diana really thought, to find some ammunition, some way to control the narrative. Back in her opulent quarters, she dries the diary, page by agonizing page. What she finds isn't what she expects. No bitter rants about Charles, no scandalous accusations. Instead, tender reflections on William and Harry, heartfelt hopes for their future, and then a passage near the end, written in a frail hand, but with unwavering conviction. I believe my son will uncover the truth. He will be the one to preserve the last light of this family, even if all else crumbles. Chills, right? Camilla's fear shifts. It's not just about losing her crown, her position, it's about being exposed, about Diana's legacy being weaponized against her by William. His diary, this seemingly innocent collection of thoughts, is more dangerous than she ever imagined. But fate, it seems, has a funny way of playing out. Among the workers that night is Martin, Eleanor's cousin. He's been secretly approached by Eleanor, paid handsomely to keep an eye on things. His loyalty is already wavering, strained by the sheer callousness of Camilla's plan. The rain, the chaos, the sight of Camilla clutching that diary, it breaks him. While Camilla's poring over Diana's words, plotting her next move, Martin's pulling out his outdated phone. He hits record. He captures everything. Camilla directing the operation, the spilled chest, the moment she grabs the diary. He can't hear what's being said, he can't see the diary's contents, but the visual evidence, it's damning. Irrefutable proof of her intent to destroy a royal legacy. And William? He's not sitting idly by. He's received Eleanor's message, seen the photo of the decree. He's seething. Buckingham Palace, usually a picture of stately calm, is now buzzing with tension. He summons Camilla to his private study. It's a showdown, plain and simple. He lays out the evidence, the blatant violation of the Queen's decree, the desecration of Diana's memory. He doesn't raise his voice, doesn't make accusations. He just presents the facts, cold and hard. Camilla, of course, has a defense prepared. A rehearsed monologue about protecting the monarchy, about shielding the family from scandal. She even tries to summon tears to feign vulnerability, but William's not buying it. He cuts her off. The truth needs no protection from the flames, Your Majesty, he says, his voice like steel. He strips her of her oversight of palace operations, her charitable funds. He demands a full inquiry into every decision she's made. A devastating blow. Power is Camilla's lifeblood. To have it taken away in that small private study is an indignity she can barely endure. But she has one last card to play, the diary. She reveals it with a venomous smile, claiming it holds secrets potent enough to topple the throne itself. Dark truths, political bargains, shadowy family pacts. She's handing him a bomb, she says, and she's all too eager to detonate it. The words hang in the air, chilling and ominous. William stands motionless, but a flicker in his eyes betrays a sliver of uncertainty. He's weathered threats before, but the prospect of secrets that could destroy the entire monarchy, that's a different game altogether. Camilla storms out, clutching the diary like a weapon. William is left staring at the darkened tablet, the image of his mother's legacy under attack burned into his mind. He's won a battle, but the war? It's just beginning. The aftermath was brutal. Isolation became Camilla's new reality. The people who used to bend over backwards for her suddenly acted like she had the plague. No more whispered secrets, no more lavish dinners, just cold shoulders and empty rooms. Desperate times, right? Camilla turned to Lord Spencerfield, a political shark who'd been swimming in royal waters for decades. He knew where the bodies were buried, who owed whom favors. She offered him a fortune, plus control of Diana's charitable fund, the one William had just snatched away. It was a tempting offer, power and money, all wrapped up in a neat little package. But Camilla miscalculated. Spencerfield wasn't loyal to her, he was loyal to the crown. He saw William as the future, a steady hand on the tiller. Camilla, just a hurricane waiting to happen. Plus, he had a soft spot for the late Queen Elizabeth. He wasn't about to let anyone trash her legacy. So, the moment Camilla left, Spencerfield double-crossed her. He gathered all the evidence she'd given him, the bribe records, everything, and delivered it straight to William. Boom, checkmate. Back at the palace, Camilla was clueless, thinking she just bought herself a get-out-of-jail-free card. Then the silence started to creep in, the way the guards looked at her, the unanswered phone calls. She realized she'd been played. The royal council convened in St. James's Palace. Think serious faces, oak paneling, the weight of centuries bearing down on you. Camilla sat there alone, facing judgment. William presented the evidence, piece by damning piece. The decree, the video, everything laid bare. Camilla tried her best. Tears, trembling voice, the whole act. She claimed she was just trying to protect the family, prevent scandal, but then William called Eleanor, Diana's former housekeeper. That little old lady walked in and you could feel the temperature drop. She didn't shout or accuse, she just told the truth. How Camilla had defiled Diana's room, how she'd ordered it destroyed. Her quiet dignity was more powerful than any lawyer's argument. Camilla was cornered. She reached for the diary, ready to unleash her secrets, but William was one step ahead. He revealed a passage Eleanor had photographed beforehand. Diana's final words about William always protecting the flame of hope and truth. It blew Camilla's defense out of the water. The verdict was swift and brutal. Stripped of all her titles, banished to a remote corner of Windsor Castle, no more queen, no more power, just silence. Weeks later, Camilla moved into her new prison, a sparse room miles away from the spotlight. She hung a portrait of herself on one wall, then, right across from it, a small photo of Diana, a constant reminder of her defeat. William, meanwhile, set about putting things right. He restored Diana's room, turning it into a memorial open to the public. He honored Eleanor, making her the guardian of Diana's legacy. In her cold annex, Camilla finally understood she hadn't lost because she lacked power, but because she'd underestimated the power of love and loyalty. The truth, like that unexpected rain, had washed away her schemes.